What is up, everybody? Pokemaniac here. And as most of you will know, there's a new update coming to Overwatch this next Tuesday, the 20th. In that update, we get the new lunar colony, along with 3 big changes. 2 of them I like, one of them we're discussing in this video. Now, before I go into detail on why I'm not a fan of this one, we first need to go into the history of what it is. For starters, it starts with the fact that it's a Roadhog change again. Okay, how many times are we going to have this? How many? Just how many times? So, let's go through his 4 incarnations. We're only going to talk about the big 3. I'm not really going to include the buff to where healing builds ult charge. But let's start with the 3. For starters, when Roadhog came out, he was broken. Like, really broken. Like, bullshit levels of broken. And this led to a lot of problems. People being hooked through walls, around corners, from all the way across the map for no apparent reason. But, yes, this was a problem, and Blizzard did fix this. They came out with his second incarnation, Hook 2.0, which changed 2 things. One, it made it more fair for Roadhog players, as now the targets would land right in front of them, rather than anywhere within 360 degrees of them. Now, the other thing it changed was it made it more fair for the Hook E, basically the person who was being hooked, by making it so that the hook could break if they lost eye contact with the Roadhog. So basically anything. If anything got in the way of the hook would break. Making it a bit more fair, meaning that if a Roadhog was trying to hook you around a corridor or trying to hook you through a choke point, you could have a chance of breaking the hook and surviving. Now, a lot of people got... This worked for a while. It really did. In all honesty, I feel it's the fairest Roadhog we've had. But one of the biggest problems is people still complained. People still thought that it was too easy for Roadhog to get those one-shot kills. People who I'm pretty sure have never played Roadhog once throughout their time in the game. So, he was nerfed again, giving us Hook 3.0. Basically, targets would land 3 feet away, hence the 3.0. They would land 3 feet away, making it harder for Roadhogs to do their hook combo. Eventually, Roadhog players hooked on, and they found a way to work around this, still being able to play strong Roadhogs and work away. But now we have this nerf. Oh boy. So, it's technically 4 buffs and a nerf, but 2 of those buffs I'm okay with, and 2 make no sense. Let's start with the 2 that I'm okay with. 1, a reduction to Roadhog's head hitbox. Fan-bloody-tastic! In all honesty, it was really easy to get headshots on Roadhogs and take them down at longer ranges, which I'm honestly glad that they're doing this. The other one, targets now land exactly in front of Roadhog. So that means if Roadhog turns, they'll land right in front of him, making it a bit easier for Roadhogs to hook people off cliffs and make it a bit more fun. Now, the 2 other buffs. His scrap gun now fires 30% faster and has an additional shot, so from 4 to 5. Now, I know what you're saying. I know a lot of you are thinking, this should be fantastic. Roadhog players should be rejoicing. If it weren't for the nerf that comes along with it. Hello, 33 damage penalty. Yeah, Roadhog's getting a damage nerf because some players got all uppity saying, it's still so easy for Roadhog to get that one-shot off. And it's easy for him to get the one-shot off because that's his bloody purpose. I'm sorry, but not a lot of people realize that this is not a good thing. Roadhog's big strength comes from his hook combo. It's really his only strength. And it's a problem when people look at this and say, oh, his hook combo can one-shot people. Now we gotta actually, it's hard to play. We can't play against that. We can't get good. We can't actually learn to fight against a Roadhog that keeps hooking me and killing me. Roadhog, dodge the hook, you idiot. Dodging the hook, and he is almost useless. His scrap gun is only good at very close range or right at where his secondary fire bursts. Right at where it bursts. He's terrible at long ranges. Just stay at a range outside his hook and you can burst him down quick. Dodge his hook and he's literally a giant ult battery for you. He has no armor, no shields. He is all health, meaning every shot that you get is returning his ult charge. And coupled with that, yes, he can heal. His heal allows him to heal half his health when he's not under constant fire. If he's under constant fire, that 300 health is soon becoming none. Roadhogs have to use cover or something else to protect themselves from that. They aren't like the other tanks. And unfortunately, his role is what's constantly being under attack by people, because people don't like being killed, apparently. And believe me, I know, I get irritated at sometimes too. But here's the thing. Roadhog's big role is getting key picks, is pulling people out of position and leaving them in the open. His job is to grab the healers or flankers and get them to stop irritating your team or healing the enemy. Now, unfortunately, if you nerf his hook or his gun, he can't do that. And I know what a lot of people are thinking, but why shouldn't people have a chance to survive with a good hook? By all means, if you want to survive getting hooked, play as a tank. If you're a Genji, a Tracer, or one of the healers, you should expect to be killed if you get hooked. But no, with this new nerf, characters like Genji, Reaper, Sombra, Mercy, and God forbid, Ana, that's another problem, are getting hooked and not dying. It's a problem. And why is this a problem? Well, because, yes, he has a faster firing rate. That's alright. Still, half a second of being alive is enough for a Mercy to pop an ult. It's enough for an Ana to shoot you with a sleep dart. It's enough for an Ana to throw a bio grenade, heal herself, and make you so you can't heal. It's enough for a Sombra to poof away. It's enough for a Reaper to wraith form and vanish. And that's a problem because Roadhogs don't have a strength above that. Can they get those one-shots with their secondary fire and their primary fire? Yes, when enemies are at those key ranges, which can be very difficult because if you miss, chances are you're not going to do a lot. And by nerfing his hook, by nerfing his damage, you're cutting off Roadhog's ability to do his role. He can't shield his allies. He can't provide barriers or anything else. He can't damage boost his allies. He is not the tank that a lot of people think that he is. A lot of people flank around like, oh, I'm going to be the sneaky Roadhog. Why are you being the sneaky Roadhog? Just because you're a meat shield and don't have a barrier doesn't mean you shouldn't be on the front lines. In all honesty, I play Roadhog just the same way I'd played Reinhardt, except minus the shield. I'm out there taking damage and making sure that enemies aren't getting at my healers, while also still building up my ult through my healing or through my damage. While also, if I have a barrier buddy, aka a Reinhardt, a Zarya, or a Orisa, I'm standing behind them and hooking enemies through them. Pulling enemies back behind the shield where their allies can't help them. And yes, flanking Roadhog can work. I've guiltily done it sometimes before, but only to make sure that we get that key pick so we can get rid of the team off a point or get something else. But even then, I'm staying, for the most part, where the rest of my team is, because that's where I know if I miss, or if I pull them and don't get the one-shot kill, my team can cover my bases. Now, this is where I need to stop. This is where I need to pull away. Because the constant nerfing to Roadhog has honestly gotten me to start questioning things. It's gotten me to look back at TF2, and it started making me question Blizzard's actions. Before I say the next thing I'm going to say, I need to also point out this. A forum post, kind of a troll, someone said, Blizzard doesn't play their own games, and just commented, enough said. Well, unfortunately, the way that they're nerfing Roadhog and the way that they're focusing more on nerfing a character that is very half and half on the community. Roadhog players think he's good, but flankers who have never played Roadhog think he's a overpowered jackass. But instead of, I don't know, fixing characters that are barely played, have no point, or other things. Oh wait, let's look at the other two buffs in this. McCree got a buff to his ult, which makes him actually viable, and Reaper's healing was changed to a one-shot heal, which, number one, scares me for fighting Jester, who's a Reaper main, but also, its own way, is a nerf to Roadhog, because now Roadhogs are going to be constant supplies of healing for these guys. So, why do the thing? In all honesty, I don't know why they keep nerfing Roadhog. Maybe it's because I really enjoy playing Roadhog that I'm not seeing why this is. But Roadhog, in my opinion, is a balanced character. And while I can see where people come from it, I don't know why. Roadhog, yes, he gets played a lot, but not as much as other characters. Or he doesn't get as much playtime as certain ones. Yes, there are certain maps where he excels on, but on other maps, especially if their team comp goes something that can counter him EK by range or by damage, he goes down extremely quickly. So Blizzard, do any of you play Roadhog? I'm sorry, but I honestly have to post the question because it seems that you guys are just focusing on nerfing his because you got one Genji screaming in your ears saying, oh, this Roadhog keeps hooking me and killing me, even though I'm literally in bronze, have not played 100 levels worth of the game yet, and only play bucking Genji. I'm sorry, but I have to honestly question, because the amount of nerfs that go to Roadhog, and I know you're trying to say, we're trying to make it so he can still have the same amount of DPS. Yes. Except for the fact that you're trying to turn him from a burst damage, which is where he stands most effectively with the amount of ammo that he has and his hook combo, into a sustained character like Soldier, where Soldier has a longer range and can get kills more effectively when not burst firing. I'm sorry, but do I have to question if you guys play Roadhog? Do I have to question this thing? Because, no, I'm honestly, if you guys answer me now. I honestly would love to know. Because the way that you're constantly nerfing it sounds more like you're just trying to impede for the few players that have never touched him in his life. Any person who has played Roadhog before knows his strengths and weaknesses, knows how to counter him, and knows how to dodge the hook, preemptive it, and kill him. I may be in gold. Well, okay, silver rank this time, but I've been in gold for the past few seasons. I may be in that area, but I know how to play Roadhog, and I know how to counter him. For one thing, Roadhog dies quick at ranges, and dies quick if you dodge his hook. I cannot count the amount of times that I'll be playing Roadhog, and have to stand on a point, try to heal myself, and just be constantly burst down by a Zenyatta with an Orb of Discord and a Soldier buddy. I'm sorry, but do I have to honestly question if you guys play Roadhog? Because I'm sorry, but the way that you're constantly nerfing him sounds more like you're just trying to drive a stake through his heart and cook him up on the Barbie. Sorry, I don't need the blind. I don't mean the blind accents, but you're pissing me off. Thing is, I don't know why you're saying this. He doesn't seem overpowered to players that have played him, that know how to play him, or know how to fight against him. No, it just seems that we're nerfing him because his one-shot combo is so powerful against people who have never played against a Roadhog or have never played as a Roadhog. That sole Genji main who has decided, all I'm going to play is Genji, and if anybody kills me, they're hacking, or their character is overpowered. I'm sorry, but unless you can come out with a coherent way of telling me that this nerf is fully logical, I'm going to continue saying that you're taking the Valve route and not playing your damn characters. Because it doesn't seem that way. Because Roadhog's gone through so many incarnations that I'm honestly questioning if many of these are generalized or many of these are needed. Because, in all honesty, when it was Hook 2.0 or even Hook 3.0, he felt very balanced to me. If I got hooked by a Roadhog, I had a chance of surviving. If I hooked someone as a Roadhog, I had a very large chance of killing them. So, allow me to say this, Blizzard. Before this patch comes out in a few days, think. Is this what Roadhog needs to stay in the game, to stay a decent character within the game? Or is this just a thing to kick him out of the meta for a while? To remove him from play? Because I honestly have to question. What is your intentions? Why do you want to nerf this character into the ground so much? Because it sounds like you're taking, again, the Valve approach, where you're taking a thing that players use a lot because it's fun and because it's a good thing, and deciding to take it and nerf it so far into the ground that it's unusable. And I don't like having to question these things, because your game is brilliant and I love playing it. But if I have to question whether or not you guys understand Roadhog's role or understand why he's in the game, I don't know why I should continue supporting. It's just, Blizzard, think on this. Think on Roadhog. Think on how you can do this. How you can make him less powerful but also still prevalent. Just think on the fact that he only has one large strength and a bunch of other weaknesses. So, I say this now. Blizzard, look at what you've done and rectify it. Look at what you've done and don't do it a bloody again. Because it doesn't work. Killing a Roadhog is basically like saying, hey, all you people who enjoy playing this character, we don't want you doing that thing anymore. We don't want you enjoying the game that we've made. Because that's what it seems like to me. The fact that you seem to be pampering to people who barely play Roadhog or have never fought against one without dying repeatedly. Roadhogs are pushovers. They go down extremely easily if you know how to take them down. In all honesty, if you don't want to get rid of this nerf, then here's a suggestion. Make the Mercy and Ana hitboxes a bit larger. Why? Because, in all honesty, I'm fine with not being able to kill that Sombra. I'm fine with not being able to kill that Reaper. I'm fine with not being able to kill whatever other characters on that list. But a Mercy and an Ana are problems if a Roadhog can't kill them consistently. Because if a Mercy can't die, she can get off her res. If a Ana can't die, which is what we've been going through ever since her release, there's a problem. And I'm sorry, Blizzard, but I want a response. I want you guys to realize that what you've created is not fixing the game, but breaking it. Anyway, I've been Pokemaniac. Blizzard, play Roadhog for once.